Hello everyone, welcome to another video on my channel. This week we're going a little bit old school YouTube by answering 50 questions so you can get to know me better. This channel's been up for a while now with a couple of videos on it, but I've never actually really delved into a bit about myself. So I thought today would be a great opportunity to do that, alongside the fact that I'm also feeling a little bit under the weather. So I thought I'll make a video now today while I can actually speak. So if I leave it for a couple of days, I might not be able to. So without any further ado, question one is, what is your name? Well, as you can tell by the channel name probably, my name is Harry Pettit. You say it Pettit, not Petite. And the most common way I tell people to remember it is if you go see a dog or you've got a pet dog, I'll be like, yeah, go over there and pet it. Question two, how old are you? Well, I'm 22. I do turn 23 this year in May, and I'm a little bit worried because that sounds like the kind of age where things get a little bit too serious, you know. Question three, where are you from? I'm from England within the UK and I live near Hull. I'm not going to give my exact location away in case any weirdos are watching this. But yeah, I'll just say I live near Hull. You got a problem? Question number four, what is your marital status? Well, I think it says marital anyway. Basically, are you married or not and stuff like that? No, I'm single. I'm, still just looking for the right person to enjoy the rest of my life with, I suppose. Question number five, what hobbies do you have? My hobbies are the pretty generic ones. I go to the gym. I also enjoy running. I go to football, enjoy watching and playing. Don't really play anymore though, but I'd like to. And I play snooker as well. Question number six, what was your dream job as a kid? Well, my dream job as a kid is the same dream job that I've got now, which is to do YouTube full time. I think it's the only job that I've actually ever thought that I can do. Not that I can do, but that I really like to do, basically. A bit like it's my purpose. Question number seven, what is your favourite film? My favourite film, and I'm so passionate about this film, is Cars, the animated one from Pixar that came out in 2006, I think. I just think it's not only entertaining for both adults and children, but it's got some pretty good gags in there and also a really, really important life lesson. Not to mention the soundtrack, that is also great. Good job! Question number eight, what is your favourite colour? Nice and easy, this one, my favourite colour is yellow. A bit out there, not most people have red, blue, green, but I always find not many people have yellow, but that is me. Question nine, what is your favourite food? My favourite food has to be a pizza, a meaty pizza, like a meat feast. I enjoy sweet treats like chocolate peanuts and magic stars and stuff, but in terms of food, actual food, I'd have to go for a pizza, yeah. Question 10, what is your favourite drink? Another easy one, my favourite drink is a chocolate milkshake. Any milkshake's fine, to be fair, but I always just go for chocolate. Question 11. What is your least favourite food? Now, a lot of foods that I've tried I do actually like and enjoy, but one of them, which is now my least favourite, has to be beetroot. I just think it's disgusting and it's probably quite good for you, but apart from that, like, why would you eat it? It's bright purple. It's like something from space. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Yeah, I think it's disgusting and it's not for me. Question 12. What is your favourite season? My favourite season is now summer. It did change from being autumn when I was younger, but I'm just fed up with the cold weather now, and every time summer comes around, I love the warmth, I love the light nights. Yeah, I just feel like you get more out of your day and you're just naturally more happy, so summer. Question 13. What is your favourite day of the week? Now, many people might join me on this one, but my favourite day of the week is Saturday. We're not typically at work as a population, and yeah, football's on. And as you probably find out from some of the other questions, I do love my football. Question 14. What is your favourite ice cream flavour? My favourite ice cream flavour is one of the classics. It is mint choc chip. Question number 15. What is your favourite animal? My favourite animal is a lemur. I don't particularly know why. I have seen one in real life at a zoo. And yeah, I just sort of fell in love with it and its movement and its cheekiness. So, a lemur. Question 16. Who is your favourite musical artist? There's a couple of artists who obviously create music that I like out there, but I think my favourite one has to be Ed Sheeran. I think he's already got loads of songs out, so you can delve into a load of his albums, and yeah, he sort of just covers everything. Now, I've never ever been to a concert or a festival, but I'd love to see Ed Sheeran in real life. Question 17. What is your favourite video game? I'd say that my favourite video game is GTA 5. I think it's borderline realistic, and you can do things in there that you can't do in real life whilst keeping it realistic. Well, I suppose you could do those things in real life, but I really don't recommend it, and yeah, you'll probably have your life stripped away from you if you do. Question number 18. What was your favourite subject at school? My favourite subject at school was PE and sport. Really enjoyed it. You could work as a team, get my competitive side out there. I'm very competitive. But barring that, I'd probably have gone media. Question 19. What is your favourite way to unwind? My favourite way to unwind is just to simply watch something. Nowadays, it probably is YouTube, although I do delve into the telly. The Traitors is a good show on the mainstream TV, as well as many quiz shows. I like to test myself. But first choice would probably be a YouTube video, yeah. Question number 20. What is your favourite television show? Really, really easy one here. My favourite television show is a show that's on once per year. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. We did it! We did it! Yeah! I'd love to be in that one day. I probably never will be. I mean, if we're facing the facts, if 12 people go in a year and then you have to be pretty well known and stuff like that. But yeah, what a dream it would be to be on there. Question number 21. If you could be on any television show, which would it be and why? Well, I've answered this with my last question. It would be I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And I just think the experience that you get in there, you can bond with people, and I love getting to know others. So to have 9, 10 or 11 people that you can bond with and get to know over a course of about 2 or 3 weeks is great. I think it'll be a great challenge as well, pushing yourself through your fears and your limits. And yeah, just living life without a phone, you know, like they would have done back in the day. I think it's just a major, major benefit to doing the show, and I'd love to do it. Question number 22. What is your earliest memory? My earliest memory, I've worked out, it would be when I was 3 years old, maybe 3.5 years old. And it was just simply my parents and grandparents painting / decorating the front room in our house. Question number 23. What is your most used emoji? I'll put it on the screen. It's the laughing emoji. Yeah, there it is. Not much else to say on that one. Question number 24. If you could choose any superpower, what would you choose? If I could choose any superpower, I think there's only one right answer here, and that would simply be teleportation. I don't get why people choose to fly, because it still takes the time to get there. I think time is, you know, you don't get a lot of time, and where you can save it, you should, basically. And yeah, I can't be asked to use the bus networks and the rail networks if I had teleportation, especially up in the north where I am. They're not really up to scratch, especially compared to down in the south of the UK. And again, people might enjoy aeroplanes and flights, but at the end of the day, if I can teleport to Australia rather than spending 24 hours getting there, it's a no-brainer, I'm doing it. Have a little lie-in before work as well. Question number 25. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Now, this isn't a food, this is a meal, so I would go with a tactical choice here, and that's a roast dinner, because you can have vegetables with it and you get sort of all the nutrients that you need, I suppose. As opposed to my favourite food being a pizza. It's got barely any nutrients in, right? So with a roast dinner, you can have a bit of meat and whatnot for your protein, as well as your nutrients from your vegetables. Question number 26. What is something on your bucket list? I have got a bucket list. I don't need to check this one. The first thing that comes to mind is just to go to every single Hull City game within one season at some point in my life, and that will include pre-season games as well. I suppose it's quite a difficult one, because if you miss one match and you're already into it, then it's game over. And yeah, it's just trying to find the time and the time off work potentially to get it done. Question number 27. What is the best gift that you have ever received? I'm not really sure about this question. I'd probably say a guitar that I got for Christmas, well over a decade ago, probably 15 or more years ago now. I was not expecting it, and I think that's what made it even more special and magical. And yeah, I've still got it to this day. Don't know how to play it. Maybe one day. Question number 28. What is something that you'd like to learn? Well, this obviously links to the last one again, guitar. Question number 29. Do you have any hidden talents? The closest thing I've got to a hidden talent is something to do with my thumbs. I can do it on both hands. I'll try and show the camera. I can basically pop it out. I don't know what the best angle is. Is it that one? Yeah. I'm double jointed there, I think. And then there's the left hand as well. Question number 30. Are you a morning person or a night owl? If I'm being honest, I'd have to say I'm a night owl, but I do like the idea of being a morning person. I feel like you get a lot more time with your day, but I don't know what it is, I just get more energy at night. Question number 31. If you could meet any celebrity, who would it be and why? Now, I spoke about this in the Drive With Me vlog that I did at the beginning of the year. If I could meet any celebrity, it would be Stephen Mulhern, because I did meet him when I was younger at Butlins, and I managed to get a photo with him, but I'm not saying that we've lost the photo. I've been told that we've not lost it. It's just in the literally only place that we are yet to look. We've looked everywhere in the house where it probably would be, and it's not been there, but there is one last place that we need to look. So we're sort of banking on the fact it's in there. I am anyway. I actually care about this. So basically, if I was to meet him again, I would just get a photo with him and not recreate it, but, well, I will if we find the other one. We can do a side-by-side comparison. But yeah, that's why I'd like to meet Stephen Mulhern. Question number 32. What is an unknown fear of yours? I've got my fair share of fears, but one that I try and keep a little bit more under the radar is my fear of dogs. I got bitten when I was younger, and since then, I'm not going to use the word terrified, but especially with dogs I don't know, I do get a little bit scared. With the ones that have been in my family, for example, my grandma had a dog, they've been fine because I sort of get to know them. But yeah, probably, you know, there's the answer, dogs. Question number 33. If you had a pet, what would it be? I have laid out these questions in such an order where they make sense to the last ones, and even though I said I'm scared of them, my pet, if I was to get one, would be a dog. I just feel like, they say they're a man's best friend, they can be friendly, they help you exercise, and yeah, they could be a little bit protective, I suppose, of you and your property. So, a dog. Question number 34. If you had to delete all but 3 smartphone apps, what would you leave on your phone and why? Now, I don't know if there's any magical way to answer this, but a phone at the end of the day is to contact people. So I've got an iPhone, I would leave the Messages app, the Calls app, and the App Store app, because technically, if I can break the rules here or twist them or bend them, I can then just download all the apps back that I got forced to get rid of. Question number 35. What was your first job? My first job was just a regular one. I was producing bicycle parts and whatnot in a factory, things such as lubricants, oils and puncture repair kits. Did I enjoy it? It wasn't too bad, to be fair. The longer I was there, the more I hated it though. And if you've seen my first ever video on the channel, I did highlight the fact that it was not actually my choice to leave. The company got rid of me instead. Question number 36. What job would you be terrible at? I'd be absolutely awful and terrible at anything to do with hospitals or nursing or injuries or wounds. It's probably the one reason. Well, I'm not good enough to be a footballer, so it's not the one reason. There's multiple. But I probably couldn't be a footballer because I just go into a state of panic every time, especially if like me or my teammates broke their leg and it all went weird. Yeah, I'm not very good with the medical side of things. I'm a little bit like Joe Sugg when he went down on Bake Off, like a little cut in my finger and I'm gone.
Oh my God. Did I pass out?
Yeah. Question number 37. What would be the first thing you did after winning the lottery? Well, if I found out I won the lottery, I'd scream, then I'd shout, then I'd double check that I have actually won, and then I'd go and tell my family. I keep it on the down low from the public though. Yeah, that seems like the only thing that you probably can do when you win the lottery. Question number 38. Would you rather be able to speak every language or talk to animals fluently? This question actually took a bit of thought. In the end, I've gone with animals. I'd like to travel the world, and knowing every single language fluently would be beneficial, of course. But I feel like if you talk to animals, you can sort of get them on your side if you ever need them. There's not an infinite amount, but there's a lot of animals if we take in every single type of animal, like a bird, or the sea animals and land animals. Plus, I kind of like the strange human interactions that you get with people that don't speak the same language as you, and you sort of got to use your body language to really get your point across and hopefully understand them. Question 39. If you had to compete in the Olympics, what sport would you be in and why? Another fairly easy one, football. Yeah, I think it's a team sport and I'm probably not good enough individually at anything else to compete in the Olympics. I do enjoy the 100-metre sprint and I used to be good at that in primary school, but I'm a little bit older now, so I probably don't have it in me. So yeah, I'll do football. I enjoy that and I'm probably average at it. Question number 40. If you could go to one major sporting event, what would it be? Nice and easy again, on the theme of football, it would be the Football World Cup final. Hopefully where England would be in it, but we don't really know what the chances of that are. Question number 41. What is one life lesson that you've learned? Well, through my 20 years in life, I've maybe not had that many experiences. I've been a sheltered lad, but one life lesson I have learned through it is just to make the most of your family while they're here. I lost my granddad in 2023, wow, 3 years ago nearly now, and I miss him every day, and things are not the same, and they never will be the same. You just learn to cope as best as you can without them. So, yeah, that's the lesson I've learned. Question 42. What's one piece of advice that stuck with you since you've heard it? This one's to not care about anyone else's opinions or thoughts on you. I think it's a great piece of advice because at the end of the day, if you want to do something like I want to pursue this as my full-time job, there will be people commenting, basically hitting you down, and if you block out the noise, don't care about them, only focus on you, yourself and your goals, then you can get to where you want to be. Plus, it's a little bit deep, but none of us are going to be here in probably 100, well, I don't know, science, medical science. I've got to confuse everything, don't I? Let's just say 100 years' time. maybe none of us will be here that are here now. So yeah, why would it matter anyway? Question 43. What do you think is the purpose of life? God, these are really getting deep now. I'd probably just say to create a legacy and leave the world in a better place than when you entered it. As long as you do that and help out those that will be here when you're basically inevitably gone is, yeah, probably just the purpose in my view anyway. A lot of different people have different opinions. And if I had to stray away from that slightly, I'd just say be happy, enjoy it. Question 44. What qualities do you value in friends? I don't have many friends, but the main qualities I would value in them is their loyalty and their trustworthiness. As long as I know that they'll be by my side when I need them and tell me the truth. And by the way, I do reciprocate these values. I will give them loyalty and trustworthiness as well. Then I think it makes for a good friendship, and yeah, you don't have to be worried about anything then. Question 45. What's something that you struggle with that people won't really know? I'm going to answer loneliness for this one. I've said in the last question I don't have many friends, and that is true, and a lot of the time they're busy, they're in relationships, I'm obviously not. And if I want to do something, it probably has to be on my own. That's why I do so many things on my own. Yeah, I'm alone a lot of the time, and sometimes I do struggle with it. I'd like to have somebody to live life with, or just be able to go out with my friends more often. Question 46. What would you do if money wasn't an issue? If money wasn't an issue, I'd do what I'm aiming to achieve now, and that is to travel basically the whole world and document it. So you've got it for the memories and to show your children. I think there'll be nothing better than when the end is near. If you are fortunate enough to get the opportunity to know and then look back at sort of what you've achieved and where you've been, I just think it'll be amazing. Sort of live those memories again. Question 47. What are your top 3 travel destinations? For me, Iceland is certainly up there. I think the scenery and the landscape is beautiful. A little bit cold for me, but I'm sure I can manage it. Dublin in Ireland is another one. I've always wanted to go there. It's not too far from the UK at all. It's like a less than an hour flight. I think the Irish are quite good as well from what I've heard and from who I've met that has been Irish before. I get along with them quite well. So yeah, and then the third one, Australia. Hopefully if I'm a celebrity, of course, but yeah, Australia in general. I like the idea of the outback, the weather, and I just seem to have everyone that I become good friends with move there. So it would be great to see what they're moving for, really. Question number 48. What's something that you used to do and would like to start again? I used to read really regularly, particularly when I was in school, and ever since then I've not done that and I've stopped. So yeah, I'd like to pick up reading again. Question number 49. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I really don't like this question because at the end of the day, you never know what's going to happen or where you're going to be. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this opportunity to manifest and say, I see myself as a full-time YouTuber. Might not be the most famous, might not make the most money, but as long as I'm making enough for it to be an income, then I'd have achieved my dreams. Maybe it's a bit early to achieve them, I don't know, but I'll happily have that in 5 years' time. Question number 50. What's something that you've done that's given you true happiness? The answer to this would be the Salisbury trip that I did in 2024. Yeah, 2 years ago this summer. I went to Salisbury on my own, my first solo trip. Quite far away from home, 5 hours I think. I had to see Stonehenge on my bucket list at summer solstice and I did just that. And I've actually recorded the whole experience, which is what I'd like to do obviously, but I've not uploaded it. I've uploaded 2 episodes of what I've named Completing Salisbury, where because I'm a perfectionist, I wanted to go down there and do absolutely everything that you could. So I thought I'd sort of turn that into a YouTube series, but I've only uploaded 2 days worth. So the rest is still to come. Well, that's it for today then. Like I say, a little bit more of an old school style YouTube video, a sit down talk, get to know me. I'm happy I've done this. I think it would be needed at some point. Plus, I'm, again, probably going to get ill in the next week. So got that to look forward to, I suppose. If you have watched all the way to the end, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support. If you don't mind leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, stay tuned with all the content that I'll be posting in the future. That would be amazing. Also, pick a question that I've answered today and leave a comment down below with your answer. It would be really cool to read through the comments and maybe learn a little bit more about you guys. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again later. Goodbye.